Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We are so excited to have you again. Sequel to the burning down of the house of the President General of Ohanese Ndibo, Professor George Obiuzo, the president invited Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, to the State House. And right now, it seems as if Imo State is going to be overly busy again with more military men in the state. And this is to see how they can fight and conquer the activities of the UGM, who are continuously causing a lot of mayhem in Imo State. Don't forget that they have burned down a police station, I think about two police stations by now, and also that Saturday night they also visited Obiozo's house. And thank God that he wasn't at home because no one can really tell what would have happened. But the president, I don't know if there had been no consideration on why these people are acting this way. Let's first of all look at what the president had come up with, especially as it has to do with Imo State and APC State. But before we give you full details of that, we'd like to encourage you, please do well to hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the deployment of more security operatives and weapons to Imo State to battle the menace of UGM in the state. It was gathered that the president made the directive after meeting the state governor, Uzodinma, in Aso Rock today, Monday. This development is coming a few days after UGM attacked a police station and brought down the home of Ohanese Ndibo President General George Obiuzo. Speaking to newsmen after the meeting, Uzodinma disclosed that additional manpower, logistics, arms, and ammunition have been approved for movement to Imo State to checkmate the rising insecurity in the state. In his words, he said that the president sent for me and I have gone to see him, and based on issues which we have adequately addressed, particularly the resurgence of insecurity in the southeast and what is required to ensure that it is properly controlled. We discussed all that and he took seriously my recommendation, and indeed I can tell you he immediately gave approval to all that which include increase in manpower to security agencies and then other logistic support ranging from additional arms and ammunition. Also, we are making use of our local vigilante and the involvement of community leaders to ensure that through community arrangement, additional security is provided to the people. Quite interesting. And, first of all, there's this adage that if you keep doing the same thing and you don't see results, then you need to change your strategy. Now, we have been continuing, talking about Southeast. There have been this continuity in fighting these so-called UGM with different military tactics, different military strategy. There was a particular time that military was almost seated in Imo State, and every time it seems that the war has gone down, all of a sudden these UGM guys will resurface again, and they will begin to cause a lot of issues in the state. I am of the opinion, this is quite personal, but I feel that at this point, Uzodinma should go beyond the boundary of just fighting them with the military and get to know exactly what is the challenge. Call them out, call them out. Let them get to know, let them know that they are citizens of Imo State. And being citizens of Imo State, what they are doing is obviously wrong. And there is room for dialogue for us to talk over this issue. What is the challenge? On the basis of that challenge, you can now make recommendation, because bringing in the military there, it's just a way of turning Imo State to a war zone. And turning it to a war zone will not really help the issues, because unfortunately, when such a thing happens, there are a lot of people who may suffer some level of harm who are not even involved, in activities of this UGM. Because most of the time, in the process of trying to release, pressure on this so-called UGM, you end up affecting the lives of other people negatively. Number one, bringing military in there will result to more bloodletting. Bringing them in there will result to more, would turn Imo State to a war zone. Bringing them in there will also not really change the narrative. The only thing is that it will create an environment where the children, even young people, will be psychologically affected, and all of that. It's also a way of sending packing, investors. So ideally, what should be done is to ensure you get to know the reason why these people are acting like this, and then you call them to a round table and do some talking. In event of them refusing to oblige to your call for them to come out for a meeting so that this thing can be well sorted out, then you can now, take the last resort. For me, the military, inviting the military in should have been the last resort. The president, according to him, the recommendations did not actually come from the president. The recommendation actually came from him. The man only approved and said, go ahead and do with your people the way you feel it is ideal for you guys to do it. And also at this point, I feel also that this UGM, wherever they are, they should come out, because if you continue like this, you are going to make Imo State unbearable for the people, and you are going to send packing investors who are intending to invest there. The economic activities will be grossly destroyed. Most of the people who are encouraging this thing to go on, if you check very well, who are saying no need to go out and say anything, we must make sure we bring down the economy, we must make sure, check it very well. Some of them are in diaspora. Their children are not passing through the psychological experience the children here are passing through. Their women are not seeing frustration on a daily basis. Innocent people that are being brought down, their own innocent people are staying far away. And they are staying there and telling you, go ahead, let us do this, let us do that, and all of that. It's not okay. You understand? At this point, we should think of how Imo State can be rebuilt again. How can we correct some of the ills, and how can we cause the state again to bounce back and be attractive to outsiders? That should be the focus as at this time. You understand? Because even when you're crying out that you need Biafra, you need Biafra, you need Biafra, first of all, meaning Biafra, you need to create an enabling environment for people to come in there. If you don't do that, even if you have it, automatically the bloods that have been let out for so long might rise up again, and the issue of war will still continue. I think this high time dialogue should be allowed in, and because I feel that will play a very serious role in controlling the situation currently on ground. That's where we like to leave it. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What's your position on the new strategy that Uzodinma has adopted to deal with the UG?